Okay, so just to give you a little update, I know I said that the Lord's making me do these videos and just kind of the journey that He's taking me on. And I think in one of my previous videos, I talked about how I just felt like there was this veil, not so much over my eyes, but my thinking, like there's been just a blockage of, in my walk with the Lord. Like I spend a lot of time with the Lord and I believe in the Lord and I love the Lord and I love to spend time in worship with the Lord. But it always felt like there was something more, like another step to it that I was struggling to break through. And so I wasn't sure what it was. And so for the last month, just been on this journey with the Lord. I went to a lot of revivals and I've been, just in the Word, which I normally am, but it's like just seeking God more, like being more in a quiet time to let Him just speak to me, where sometimes I'll just sit there and just let Him flood my mind with the thoughts that He has for me. And so one of the things that I usually do when I read the scriptures is I look for just lessons in the Bible that really speak to me and give me guidance, something that's applicable to me today, what can help me today. And so through that, I make lots of little notes, and the Lord has said He wants me to start doing, every time I read, do a video and put them all together so that I have the whole year, every book of the Bible in a playlist on YouTube where it's all the different lessons, and it's going to be called Everyday Lessons in the Bible. So I'm really excited about that. I've already done Job, and after reading Job this time, I don't know, it hit me so hard. The first 2 chapters, I just sat and soaked in, and it was incredible because after finishing Job, it was like this veil was lifted that I was talking about, and I didn't even realize the veil had lifted until I was talking to somebody, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this veil that I felt was a blockage is gone. And it was because for the first time, you know how amazing God is. You know how in awe we are of God and all that He has created and who He is. But for some reason, I could see God so much clearer and different than I'd ever seen before. The magnificence of God, how incredible God is. Like He tells the ocean how much to come in and when to go out. He's clothes the ground with beautiful trees and flowers and grass, and He clothes the sky with clouds. He decides when it rains, when it thunders, when it lightnings, the whole universe, all the constellations. Like he's so much bigger than the box we put Him in. And what I felt like for me is, a lot of times I try to say, like in conversation, well, this is what I believe, or that this is what I think God's saying. And I don't know, this last month of reading, and especially reading Job, which I read last week, I don't know, I felt so humbled by the Lord of just fall at His feet in humility for the fact that how could I ever even know? Because God is so much bigger than the box that I've tried to put Him in. For me to try to say, this is, like I know God, or I know what He's up to, or because I'm always trying to figure things out and figure out all the steps ahead that God has for me. And I realize, how could I even possibly know what steps he has for me? I mean, like, I can have an idea and I can have a vision and I can have future, and these are all things that he gives me, but it has to come from a place of pure humility of how could I possibly know or fathom the greatness of who our God is, because whatever I could possibly imagine, he is bigger than that. And I don't know, just now when I pray, it's just pure humility of, I just want to fall at his feet, because I'm not even worthy to utter his name because of how great he is. And I just, now when I go to prayer, it's not just a flippant little, little prayer or whatever. It's just an awe of who he is and how big he is. And so I just wanted to share that with you, that veil has come off, which has been incredible. And just to give you a little glimpse of the things that I'm working on, and I'll do another video of all the things, because he's just been downloading like crazy all the things he has for me this year. So anyway, I hope this encourages you in some way or another to really get into the word and let the Rhema word of God just seep into the deepness of your heart of who God is.